Hello everyone, welcome to the online video lecture series for the subject Python application programming for the semester 6 according to video syllabus. So today we'll continue with the remaining topics from the chapter strings. So in the previous class, we learned the concepts of the strings, how to represent strings. So using the length function, that is the built-in function in Python programming. So how to traverse through a string with for loop and while loops. And also we learned the concept of string slices. So how to retrieve a part of a string using the slicing concept. And also we learned that strings cannot be mutable, that is the characters in the strings cannot be changed or a new assignment cannot be done. So that is strings are immutable. So today in this class we'll be learning about the remaining topics, that is looping and counting, the in operator, string comparison, string methods, parsing strings, and also the format operator. So let us start with the topic looping and counting. So here is an example. So we have the string Korea here, and also we have taken a temporary variable, that is count, which is initialized to 0. So the for loop is used for traversing each and every character in the string. So this letter is the iteration variable for this particular string representation. So if letter equal to W, count equal to count plus 1, so print count. So basically what it does is it counts whatever the character we are checking, if that is present in the string here. So it will count how many times the letter appears in a string. The frequency of the letter is counted and the count is returned. So suppose if you are going to check for the letter W, so in this particular string there is no letter W present, so the count will be 0. So and again if you can see here, if you are going to check for K, the count will be 1, O also will be 1, R is also 1, A is also 1, E is also 1, the count is 1. So if we take a lengthy word, so that is a big word, so then we can have a repetitions of the characters. The count will increase in that particular examples. So here in this example, letter W is not present in this string, so the count remains 0. So and again the first letter K will be traversed, so the count, if again K is encountered in the remaining part of the string, count will be incremented. Otherwise, the count will be 0 plus 1, that is 1. So K appears only once. So similarly, other characters in this particular string appears only once in the string. So all the characters count will be 1 according to this example. Next is the in operator. So in operator is a comparison operator. So it's a Boolean operator which returns true if the character is present, if the string or the first character is appears as a substring in the second. So here you can see you are checking whether a character is present in the string or not. It is a comparison operator, so it will compare the character to the string. So the example here is the string Korea. So we are going to check whether the character A is present in Korea, the string Korea. So if A is present in string Korea, it returns true. So here, according to this example, A is present in Korea. So the output for this particular statement will be true. And similarly, another example, so we are going to check whether S is present in Korea. So S is not present in Korea, the output will be false because S is not present in the string Korea. So that is about the in operator. Next is the string comparison. So we will check if two strings are equal in this particular example. So the first word is Korea. That is, the first string is Korea and the second string is pencil. So if if word equal to pencil, so then print all right. So otherwise it will not print all right. So here Korea is not equal to pencil, so it will not print all right. So this is just a comparison of strings to strings. So we have another example here. So the first string here is brick. So one more type of comparison is, so here we have example word equal to brick. So if that particular word less than canon, so you can see here, so this just compares the characters. So each of the characters from two strings. The first character is B here, and the first character from the second string is C here. So according to the alphabets, B appears before C. So that is why your word is less than canon will be printed true. So if word greater than canon, so that means it will print word comes after canon. So otherwise the word comes before canon. So that is the output of this particular example. So next topic is string methods. So there are a number of string methods defined in Python programming. So strings are an example of Python objects. So Python objects contain both data and methods, so which are effectively functions. So methods are nothing but the functions. So Python has a function called dir, which lists the methods available for an object. So we will see here what are all the different types of methods that are available for strings in Python programming. So as you can see here, so dir, so stuff is having the string hello world. So this is string because it is represented in single quotes. So when I check what is the data type of stuff, so you can see it will return the answer as string. So because it is a string representation. So now when I use this dir function for this particular stuff, so you can see all these string methods being displayed here. So you can see the first method is capitalize. So capitalize, it will capitalize the first character of the string. So similarly ends with, so it will yeah, compare the particular string which ends with, so whatever the string you are going to character you are going to compare it, so you can just compare it ends with using ends with. So E is lower, so it will check whether the particular string is lower, it will check whether the particular string is numeric, and E is upper if it is in uppercase. So you can join two strings, so you can lower, so that is you can convert the uppercase characters to lowercase characters using lower. So also we have L strip, R strip, so that L strip is nothing but it strips off the white space in the leftmost part of the sentence. So similarly R strip will strip the white space for the rightmost part of the sentence. So similarly starts with, you're going to check whether the line that starts with any character, particular character, whatever you give. So you can see here upper method, so it will convert lowercase characters to uppercase characters. And also we have a special method called as translate. So we will be learning about this translate in the further examples. So this is about the string methods defined in Python programming. So here are some of the examples. So here my string is cricket. So this is another new variable. So here in this new variable, we have used the function string method, that is word dot upper. So that means this particular function converts this particular cricket to uppercase letters. So print new word, so it will convert all the characters to uppercase characters. So we'll see some more examples. So here you can see one common task is to remove white space, that is spaces, tabs, new lines from the beginning and end of a string using the strip method. So here, according to this example, there is a space before here, that is h. So when I use this function, that is line dot strip, it strips off the white space before this h. And also some more examples. So comparison examples. So here I have a string called as have a nice day defined in line. So line dot starts with, so I compare, so whether with this string, so I just compare this line, check whether this line starts with have, so it returns true because this particular line starts with true, have. So also I compare another check, check with another string, that is h. I check whether the line starts with h, that is lowercase h. So it returns false because this particular line starts with uppercase h. So you will note that starts with requires a case to match. So sometimes we take a line, map it to all lowercase before we do any checking for lower method. So what happens here in this example is, so the previous example, we have taken the same string, that is have a nice day. So when I checked whether the line starts with lowercase h, so it return the output as false. So now what I do is I convert this particular line to lower. So that means all the uppercase characters will be converted to lowercase. So now you can see line dot lower will convert the uppercase letters. So the previous string had h as uppercase, so now it is converted to lowercase. So now when I check line dot lower with starts with this particular h, so then it returns true because it has been converted to the lowercase letters. So that is about the different string methods. So next we'll go to parsing strings. So what is parsing? See, suppose in a text file we are interested only in some particular lines. So some particular dates or numbers or weekdays or something like that, we want to retrieve only those particular substrings from the string or text. So that time we are interested in retrieving only interested lines. So that time we use this parsing strings concept. Okay, so we will learn this parsing strings with the example here. So often we want to look into a string and find a substring. So here we are having a text file. So you can see this is a line, so which tells the email information. So that means, so this tells that this particular email has been received from Stephen Markard at some particular university on Saturday, and the date is Jan 5th, and at the time 9:14, 9 hours 14 minutes and 16 seconds, and in the year 2008. So all we want is to pull out only the second half of the address, that is this particular address from this whole line. Okay. So we can do this by using the find method and string slicing. So here you can see in this example, so what is my this one string? So you can see the string consists of this email information. So whichever I explained from the previous slide. So I will take another variable, so which has the string function find. So what does this find function does? It finds at symbol from this line. So that is data dot find at symbol. So here the at symbol is present and it will return the position. So find function returns the position, find string function returns the position. So you can see the offset value starts from 0. Also the space and dots, everything are counted. So for this particular position of at is 21. So it returns 21. So I have at position and also I find now space position. To find the space position, that is here the next space, so it is present after this ZA and before Saturday. So for space position, I take another variable that is SPPOS. So I use again the method string method that is find. So it finds this space position. So it will print here, it will find the space position. So space position is at the offset value 31. So it will find that. And now it will use the concept of slicing. So now here you can see at position is 21, 21 plus 1 is 22. So it will go to this particular character, that is 22, and SP position. So space position is 31. So always you have to remember that in slices, the second index will not be printed. So that is, this space will not be printed. So now when, what is the first index position? That is 22. So it starts from 22 and it prints till 30th position, that is A. So that is, so when I print this, so you can see the other part of the email will be printed. So that is the use of this parsing strings using different methods and string slices. So next, last topic is the format operator. So the format operator in Python programming is represented by percentage. So here you can see the format operator percentage allows us to construct strings, replacing part of the strings with the data stored in variables. When applied to integers, percentage is modulus operator, but when the same modulus operator when applied to strings, it is the format operator. So you can see here, so I have this value 42 assigned to camels. So what I do is, so percent %d, percent camels. So you can see 42 being displayed. So now when I use it in this sentence, I have spotted percent %d camels. So you can see I have spotted 42 camels. So this is how the format operator comes to use. So this is the end of the chapter strings. So I hope you have understood all the concepts of strings, different concepts, the length function, uh, different string function starts with lower, upper, R strip, L strip, translate, starts with, ends with. So I hope you have understood the strings concept. Thank you.